You might have heard the juicy rumor. Prince Andrew's refusal to leave his temporary home has supposedly thrown the royals into chaos, forcing senior family members into public holiday rentals for their Easter break. It's a story that paints a picture of a monarchy in crisis, with a king unable to control his own brother. But while the whispers of a holiday let disaster make for great headlines, the real story is a far more complex and fascinating battle of wills that's testing the very authority of King Charles and the future of the House of Windsor. To get to the bottom of this, we have to start with the real source of the conflict, Royal Lodge. For 2 decades, this sprawling, 30-room mansion was Andrew's fortress. He secured a 75-year lease on it back in 2003. But in the wake of the Jeffrey Epstein scandal, his world imploded. Andrew was stripped of his titles, and, critically, King Charles cut the substantial financial grant that paid for the lodge's immense upkeep. The king made his wishes clear. Andrew was to downsize. The proposed new home? Frogmore Cottage, the residence Prince Harry and Meghan Markle once occupied. But Andrew has refused to budge, leading to what some insiders have called the siege of Royal Lodge. Reports even suggested he defiantly told aides, "I'm the Queen's second son, you can't do this to me." This brings us to the current flashpoint. Andrew eventually relocated, but only to a temporary home, Wood Farm, a more modest 5-bedroom cottage on the Sandringham estate once beloved by his father, Prince Philip. His actual new home, the nearby Marsh Farm, is still undergoing extensive renovations. In Hayrace, where the latest standoff begins, Andrew is reportedly dragging his heels on the final move, getting a little too comfortable at Wood Farm. This is causing a headache for the king, who needs the property for other family members and guests. One source put it bluntly, "It's got to be sorted as Edward and Sophie like to use Wood Farm." Faced with this passive resistance, King Charles seems to be turning up the heat. The primary weapon is financial. By cutting off Andrew's funds, the king has made it nearly impossible for him to afford the reported £3 million a year security bill for a property like Royal Lodge. It's a cold, hard ultimatum. Either find a way to pay for your own lavish lifestyle or move into the more suitable accommodation the king provides. While the wilder rumors of manure being dumped near his properties seem to be pure tabloid fiction, the reality is a clear and calculated campaign of pressure. Renovations at his designated new home, Marsh Farm, are underway, complete with new security fences and even luxury carpet fitters, a sign that the move is intended to be permanent, whether he likes it or not. Yet, reports claim Andrew has been making his own demands, asking for expensive alterations, which has angered the king. The most significant pressure, however, remains legal and reputational. In February 2026, reports surfaced that Andrew was arrested on his 66th birthday on suspicion of misconduct in public office and released while remaining under investigation. While he has always denied any wrongdoing, this development has forced him to keep an extremely low profile. This is the ultimate squeeze. A man who once represented the UK on the world stage is now caught between his brother's financial power and a growing cloud of legal scrutiny. Andrew's stubbornness has sent ripples across the royal family, exposing simmering tensions over property, privilege, and the king's vision for a slimmed-down monarchy. The story that Prince Edward and Duchess Sophie were forced into a holiday let costing over £4,000 a week because Andrew was occupying their usual Sandringham spot is a perfect example of the fallout. While perhaps exaggerated, it highlights the logistical mess and PR nightmare caused by the standoff. This drama has also cast a harsh light on the property deals of other royals. Critics have pointed to Prince Edward and Sophie's own home, the massive 120-room Bagshot Park. They reportedly paid a £5 million premium in 2007 for a 150-year lease, reducing their rent to a symbolic peppercorn level. More recently, controversy erupted over claims they were subletting a stable block on the estate for a potential profit of around £130,000 a year, money that critics argue should go to the taxpayer, since the Crown Estate's profits go to the Treasury. A royal source has since stated the property is not rented out. These property squabbles reveal a family at a crossroads. King Charles, with Prince William's support, is trying to create a more accountable and cost-effective monarchy. However, this vision isn't shared by everyone. Princess Anne herself has publicly questioned the wisdom of a slimmed-down monarchy, suggesting there may not be enough people to do the work. Meanwhile, Andrew's daughters, Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie, are caught in the middle of their father's scandal, with reports suggesting a strain on their own lives and relationships. The image of a united family is cracking under the pressure of these internal conflicts. The battle over royal residences is more than just a family squabble. It's a defining test of King Charles's reign. Andrew is in a holding pattern, resisting a move to a renovated farmhouse while his brother, the king, applies relentless financial and reputational pressure. This stalemate has embarrassed the monarchy, highlighted awkward questions about royal finances, and exposed deep fractures within the family itself. So what's next in this royal game of chess? Will Andrew finally move into Marsh Farm, or will he continue to defy the king? And how far will King Charles have to go to assert his authority and push forward his vision for a modern monarchy? What are your thoughts on this royal standoff? Is the king making the right move, or is he being too hard on his brother? Let us know in the comments below. And for more updates on this unfolding saga, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. For now, all eyes remain on the royal estates, waiting to see who will give in first.